If you take a look at this map here, that very southern portion to the bottom of the map, bit of black that is now the German Empire, had been Austria. And if you look at it, you see that much of Germany kind of encircles, it almost looks like a mouth, a portion of what had been Czechoslovakia, or what had been created as Czechoslovakia after World War I. There's still a lot of Germans who live in that area, people who are ethnically German. And so what Hitler argues is those people should be part of Germany as well. It makes sense, right? They're German on the ideas of nationalism. They want to be part of Germany. And this territory that is part of Czechoslovakia that's inhabited by Germans is known as the Sudetenland. So again, it kind of makes sense. Hitler says this should become part of Germany. And at this point, there starts to be a bit of communication between places like Great Britain and the United States and Germany. And notably, the Prime Minister of Great Britain, Neville Chamberlain, goes to Munich and meets with Hitler. And the push that he comes up with, the response is, what we need is peace for our time. In other words, we need to let Hitler get away with this because if not, what's going to happen? Probably war. So give him what he wants and he'll probably stop. This leads to an expansion into other parts called Moravia and Bohemia that are home of people that are ethnically not German, but in Czechoslovakia. And what you'll see on the next slide is really how Germany encircles this area. And I want you to take a look at the image on the next slide. It's an image of a woman weeping and giving a Nazi salute, the straight hand. And for the longest time, I viewed this as a woman who is very half-heartedly crying as Germans enter Czechoslovakia. But a couple of years ago, a student said, I think you're wrong, Professor Daniels. I think that woman's happy. If you look at the sign in the background, it's in German. She's probably somebody who is stoked that Germans are coming back, that she might now have an increase in standard of living because of that. So there's many sides to this, right? And this nationalism that's growing among German people who feel like they've been beaten down since the 1920s and 30s seems to provide Hitler with lots of impetus to enter these areas. So no video on the next slide. Take a look at the map and kind of that nice primary source photograph of the woman. And then we'll jump into thinking about Chamberlain and bringing Soviet Union in a little bit more as well.